Hey guys, Mark Latham, Firehouse Roofing. Thanks for tuning in for another episode of What's Under Your Roof. Today we're here with Shane Hollas at Maaco. So we're gonna go in here and see all what he's got going on. Check out his paint and body shop. Here we go. Well, Shane, I appreciate you letting us come out here today and visit with you. And I think the best way to start off is just to find out a little bit more about you, how you got into this business.
Yeah, so I'm Shane Hollas. I own Maaco Collision Repair and Auto Paint here in Rockwall. Kind of a weird story. Like, I grew up more South Texas, went to A&M, and then out of A&M, I was an engineer, and out of A&M I went to California and worked in the technology business, so semiconductors. All the stuff that makes your electronic devices function. Did that for 10 years, met my wife, who grew up in Mesquite, also in the tech business, and then decided to have kids and move back to Texas. So moved back to Texas, moved to the Dallas area, actually in Buffalo Creek, and then spent a little more time in the tech business and decided, you know what, this is fun, this is great, but I want to do my own gig, and decided to go from the tech business into the automotive repair and painting business.
Wow, that's a big jump.
Yeah, and I'd say the main reasons for that is when we moved back to Texas from California, we had a 3-week-old daughter. And my last job in the tech business, I was VP of sales for a software firm. And so I was 2 weeks in Europe, come home for a weekend, 2 weeks in Asia, come home for a weekend. And at that time, my kids were probably 6 and 3. And I just said, what's the lifestyle that I'm gonna have? And what's my job as a parent? And that's to raise and children and grow and mold them and try to teach them and prepare them to be the best version of them they can be. And I felt the best way I could do that was to be here more than away more. So it sounds weird, but I opened my own business to have a better work-life balance.
Yeah, I get it. So, I mean, paint and body, were you always interested in cars, like that stuff, or how did that fit?
It's kind of weird. I looked at a lot of franchise. I wanted to do a franchise, and so I like the business, like having a business model already proven. And I think I've always been an entrepreneur at heart, but kind of scared on what would I do. And I looked at a ton of different stuff. And when I looked at the Maaco thing, it just kind of fit. I like the business model. I think everybody needs. It's kind of like roofing. You're going to need it at some point, right? And especially here in Texas with all the hail, roofing and auto repair is kind of similar with the weather that we have. So I looked at it as a market I felt was going to be very needed by the population. And I said, okay, if I can treat this business the way I ran my corporate businesses, I think I can make that successful, and I think I can make a destination for the community to come to, that they're going to trust what we do. We're going to do our best on the work. We're going to mess some stuff up, like it's inevitable, somebody's going to make a mistake, but we're going to make it right, and we're going to provide good customer service and deliver a quality product. And if we mess something up, we'll fix it.
Yeah. Well, I can attest to that. I snuck up on you earlier, and you were making sure the break room was all tight after they got done. So
I was looking at the video. I was looking at the video. Who made the break room messy?
Yeah, yeah. So as far as the auto body work, paint, all that stuff, I mean, I guess tell me the extremes of what y'all do. I mean, is it most insurance work, or just somebody wanting a new paint job?
We have thirds, and in the perfect world we're going to have thirds. We have a third of our business is insurance, and there's a lot of misinformation about insurance, and a couple of them, like the insurance company cannot force you to go to some certain shop. You can take, and you don't have to go get 3 bids. So there's a lot of stuff that we end up coaching our insurance customers on and teaching and training them so that they get the repair done the way it needs to be. We almost become their attorney, like advocating on their behalf. So insurance is about a third of our business, and we work with all insurances. And then another third is what we call retail. And retail is, you're not going in, it's you come in and you say, hey, one of my guys dropped scaffolding on my truck, and it's not something I want to go through insurance, but man, I need my truck to look good to go back out to the customers and represent me well, right? So you would bring that in, and we would not pay insurance, or not use insurance, but we would help you do that. So that's more of a retail. And then we have the trade and fleet. Actually, you would probably fall into both of these, but if it was your personal car, you'd be retail. If it's trade and fleet, now it's your trucks that you use for your roofing job, right? We have a lot of contractors, we have a lot of car dealerships. You know, most car dealerships don't have a garage. We do a lot of that work. So trade and fleet, about a third. We do a lot for Amazon, Hertz Rental Car, a lot of big national companies as well. And then we have, you know, like this truck here, where we're doing overall paint jobs of various degrees. So I like the fact that we're very diverse: retail, insurance, trade and fleet.
Yeah. Well, I'm probably going to be seeing a whole lot of you here soon. I just have a new driver in the household, so I'm just waiting and crossing my fingers. So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, we have a lot. We've been open about 18 months. The community has been fantastic to be in, and I wanted to open it here in Rockwall because I just love the area. I think Rockwall and Rockwall County is very different.
Yeah.
It's a very unique place, and I've traveled to a lot of places, from the morality, the morals, the principles, the ethics, the way people treat each other. You know, it's a special place, and that's why I'm happy to have my business here, because that's my value set. Those are my principles, and I want my business to represent that to our community too.
Right. I agree. All right, guys, thanks again for tuning in and watching this episode. Hope y'all got a little bit of valuable information, and y'all can come up here and help our small local businesses out and keep them rocking and rolling. We've got an offer today. We're gonna put in some money. They're also gonna donate some money, and we're gonna pick one winner for a $500 off your paint and body work. So hopefully that'll help out. If you got teenage kids or you had a little fender bender, you can come up here and get a little bit of discount off of that. All right, for a chance to win, make sure you like this video, leave a comment, and share. Again, we appreciate y'all watching, and tune in next week for What's Under Your Roof. Thanks a lot.